We just got some massive leaks about the Galaxy Z Fold and the Galaxy Z Flip 3. This is for the Samsung event coming up on August the 11th. Let's talk about what some of these leaks mean, what our expectations are. So before we get into it, my name is Mitchell. I'm fluent in tech, so you don't have to be. If you want to support this channel, because I haven't worked in 4 months, go ahead, donate your Brave Attention tokens, or just click my affiliate links. It goes a long way. First up, we have pricing on the Galaxy Z Fold 3. We're looking at 1,800 euros, 1,899 euros for the cheapest model. This is according to Evan at EV Leaks. And then we have the Galaxy Flip, which is coming in at right around 1,100 euros. Now, our expectations for this are obviously the newest hardware from either Snapdragon or Exynos. That's without to be discussed. But on the Galaxy Z Fold 3, we are looking at the potential of a 120 hertz AMOLED display, 7.5 inches roughly. But the big thing coming up is whether or not this display is going to support a stylus, like a Wacom Digitizer stylus, the same way the Galaxy Note series did, because we've had confirmation earlier in the year that Samsung would be moving away from the Note to the Z Fold for a productivity-based device, which totally makes sense. There's some bad aspects to this. We're going to get to that at the end of this video though. Some things that I'm curious about is what kind of camera hardware Samsung can fit into both of these foldable devices. If you guys remember, Samsung unveiled the GN2 sensor. It's a large, almost 1-inch sensor that's in the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, and for them to cram a bigger sensor into these folding devices would absolutely be a feat of engineering. It seems like up to this point in time, if you want a foldable device, you are going to have to compromise on camera performance, and that's simply based on size. Putting a bigger camera sensor requires a bigger lens, and having that distance in space or having that depth in space for a folding device is ultimately a feat of engineering. The next leaks that we are going to be having is going to be the Galaxy Watch Classic and the Galaxy Watch Active, or the Galaxy Watch Regular. It's looking like the regular version of the Galaxy Watch is going to be the active version of it, and then there's going to be the more refined, upstately, gentlemanly watch, and that's going to be the Watch Classic. Personally, I'm excited to see what Samsung and Google do together, because Wear OS and Samsung's OS have kind of partnered together. They're working together with chips for wearable devices. And ultimately, I think that Samsung is going to be the biggest player moving forward for Android Wear wearables, if that makes sense. But whether or not these can even come close to like touching Apple's dominance with the iWatch or the Apple Watch, for sure, no. It's all about progress though, and if you are a Samsung Galaxy owner, do you want a Samsung Galaxy wearable? Comment that. The next one, and an arena that I am more tuned into, is in headphones, and it looks like we're gonna be getting some new Galaxy Buds. I reviewed the Galaxy Buds S, or the Galaxy Buds, about a year and a half ago, and I like them. And part of the magic that Samsung is doing, kind of like Apple, is giving their Samsung headphones a different codec, or an ability to connect better and in a different way with Samsung devices. It's something that we don't have from any other manufacturer. We had something close to that from Xiaomi 2 years ago with the Xiaomi Mi True Air 2 headphones, and the LHDCPB-LMNOZ codec that Xiaomi then abandoned to go jump onto aptX. But we see Samsung is trying to kind of make their ecosystem not necessarily more closed off, because the headphones will still work with other devices, but Samsung is giving people within the Galaxy ecosystem more features than they're giving people outside of the Samsung Galaxy ecosystem. And that's something that I am a big fan of, because while I don't like Apple's walled garden approach of you have to buy everything Apple in order to become part of us, I do like Samsung's approach of, hey, if you want to buy one of our Galaxy products from here or there and you don't have a Samsung phone, it's going to work, but it's going to work better if you do. So the big elephant in the room with all of the Note versus Fold versus Flip versus stylus stuff that Samsung is dealing with is Google. Because up to this point, we have seen Google kind of just abandon Android on tablets and kick it to the curb in favor of Chromebooks. And we haven't seen that many Chrome tablets yet, but we have seen the ecosystem for tablet optimized apps just kind of die in regards to Android on a big screen. And to me, that's a bummer. That's a bummer because I would love to see more continued support from developers for Android apps on big screens. But that leaves us to asking, well, what is Samsung going to do with the big screen Android form factor? And ultimately, Samsung is going to have to work harder for their first party apps to take advantage of the big screen. They're also going to have to work with select developers to make the Android on a big screen thing more enjoyable. And the reality of this is that Google is like toying with the idea of foldables, but ultimately a foldable device is very much just a tablet that folds in half. So if Google wants to support folding devices at the core of Android, then ultimately they have to kind of backtrack on what they were doing before, which was abandoning Android tablets. And really, we see that Google is kind of in a mess right now of what do they do with Android devices with big screens. Because the future is foldables, the future is Android big screen devices. Google wants to sell you Chromebooks, so what do we do?